What's good, y'all? It's your man Bigg Vic, and today we're back in the building with a new video talking about some more production. But today I want to talk about pads and why pads are some of the most slickest, smoothest, mellowest instruments that you can use to create tracks, whether it's hip-hop, R&B, or any other tracks that may require a pad in them. So, but in today's video, we're talking about a hip-hop track. Well, it's like more mellow, laid back, I call it ride music. And I'm using one of my favorite tempos, which is doubled up at 150. So what I'm gonna do is kind of bring this pad in and show how I built this track around just starting off with the pad. Now, I love pads. I can put tracks together quite easily when I start off using the pad, because the pad pretty much sets the tone for the direction that I usually would like to go in with the track. So let's come on over here. I'm on the MPC Akai today. I will be back in Reason. Don't get it twisted. All right. But anyway, let's go over here and on the MPC. What I'm gonna do is pull up this pad. Well, actually, I'm gonna play the pad. I went into Contact. Of course, I'm using Studio Link, Contact, VST, and let's get it pulled up here. Let's go here. Pull this instrument up. We are using, come on, stop acting crazy now. All right, so we're using the OVO R&B. We pulled up a pad. It's called Pad a Cuddle Up. So it's a smooth pad, and the track starts off like this with the pad. That's a couple of chords, but if you listen to it, do you see how smooth and milky it sounds? So that basically helped kind of give me an idea of where I wanted to go with the track. Kind of got a R&B-ish, maybe hip-hop-ish, but depends on the type of drums that I add to it that's gonna really make it sound like whatever direction I'm trying to go in. So let's bring in the drums here. Let's see here. Let's go to my drum track. See if I can find the drum track. Drums, here we go. Drums is here. So I'm just gonna come here and kind of bring in the drums. So once I kind of get a direction of the type of drums I want to use, I'm able to start building other instruments around the pad and my drums. So let's play these drums. Hopefully it plays like it's supposed to play. Now remember I mentioned to y'all about beats per minute, that 150-ish through to 165, that those are like some of the bounciest beats per minute that you can use for those nice bouncy tracks. Like you automatically gonna start bobbing your head to it because it puts you in that zone. Like so it automatically has a nice riding vibe to it. Nice laid back, mellow feel to it. But the trick is the pad that's really putting you in that zone. Because that pad is so mellow and laid back, you kind of want to roll up one to it. I don't do that, but you kind of want to do that to it. All right, so let's bring in the next instrument. I think this might be a chant or something like that, but I'm going to bring it in. Matter of fact, I'm not going to bring that in yet. I think I'm going to drop the 808. I think this is the 808. Let's see. Notice it was the pad that put us kind of in this zone right here. That pad is the key instrument that kind of put us in this vicinity of laid back riding type vibe, that puff vibe, you know. So let's bring in the next instrument. Let's see what we got here. I think I'll use Modernize from this, another Studio Linked VST. Can y'all ride to that? All right, so the next instrument I want to bring in is, I think this is a little chant, sort of like a little chant that I threw in there just to kind of give it another vibe, just to add to the mixture of instruments that I have going here. Not nothing crazy, but just something to highlight, to kind of accent the beat. All right, so check it out. So that was that instrument. Let's bring in the next instrument. Can't remember all these instruments, but I know it came out of the Contact player. So let's bring it in right now. Sounds like a bell. Last instrument, and this is kind of, I believe this instrument I used was going to be for maybe like the hook or something like that, so, or the chorus. So let's bring that instrument in. Actually, I thought it was an instrument. I actually didn't have anything there, so that's pretty much the full track. And if you listen to it, it really doesn't need nothing else but an artist on it. So, and we started from the pad. So that pretty much is the right tempo, the right pad. It's raining behind me, so if you hear like other sounds, that's actually sounds like thunder a little bit, but anyway. everything started from the pad. I love pads. Pads really give me nice vibes. They really make the tracks a nice riding type of beat. And if you listen to a lot of Drake's tracks, there's always, a majority of the time, all of his melodic tracks have pads. Most of them have pads in the background. So that's a hint, or I call that's a clue, that pads can help you create and produce some winning tracks. So let's just listen to it again. Let's just listen to the track with the pad. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys were able to pull a couple of nuggets out of here. If you don't have pads, make sure you get some VSTs with some really nice solid pads. You can check out the studio link. There's so many VSTs out there. It's just like ridiculous amounts out there. The FM8, they have some really nice pads in there. That's a Native Instruments VST. Check those out. There's so many, like tons of them. Reason has plenty of pads inside of, even in their factory sounds. There's tons of pads in there that you could use. But anyway, start putting pads in your tracks to start helping you make up, to start putting pads in your tracks to help you start creating some bangers. And anytime you want to create those melodic type beats, throw some pads in your beat. Guaranteed to crank out a winner. All right. Again, coming up next week, I forgot to tell y'all. Coming up next week, I'm gonna do another cook-up session, but I'm inviting Miss Melodic Tones in the building. She's coming in, and we're gonna put something together right in front of you guys. Sort of like how I did the joint with Ace. So I know you guys will probably enjoy that video, but that's coming up next week. So make sure you guys stay plugged in, stay tuned. It's your man, Bigg Vic. I'll see you on my next video. Peace and love.